Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Crypto Invest. We have been receiving a lot of news recently about companies and exchanges and people being hacked and lose their cryptocurrencies. So I do want to talk to you a little bit about how to safeguard your cryptocurrencies in these videos, and as well as I do want to let you know that Nano S seems like they are having a pretty major sales coming up for Thanksgiving holiday, which is a pretty big holiday for people in the state. So let's get into some of the details. But first, I want to take a moment to walk you over some of the high-profile cryptocurrency hacks so far. So let's start with August 2010, the very early day of Bitcoin. So this one is about a Bitcoin protocol hack where someone was trying to send 184 billion Bitcoins across the network. And of course, that triggered an alert because Bitcoin maximum supply, as we all know, is supposed to be capped at 21 million. And it took about 2.5 hours for Gavin Andresen at the time to pass the bug that the attacker was able to exploit and transfer 184 billion Bitcoins. And it took another hour or so for Satoshi himself to accept the patch. And then a hard fork was activated on the Bitcoin network at the time to roll back the 184 billion Bitcoin transactions, as well as any transaction after that. So this particular hack here, no money was stolen, but this is the beginning of a series of hacks to come. And as cryptocurrencies become more and more valuable, we can only expect that the hacking activities gonna go up significantly. So next, let's take a look at March 2014. And this is the biggest one in recent event that most people can remember. And this is about Mt. Gox Exchange. And they got hacked with $473 million stolen at the time. So Mt. Gox is at the time the largest Bitcoin exchange, and they located in Japan. And they processed at the time around 70 to 80% of our Bitcoin volume. So a lot of people trusted the platform. A lot of people have a lot of cryptocurrencies, a lot of Bitcoin on it, and they all lost their Bitcoin at the time of the hack. And this one is quite significant, and there's a lot of controversy about Mt. Gox, and it's still going on today. Allegedly they got hacked, but there has been a lot of debate and questions about whether or not they actually got hacked. Regardless, people lost money, those who had money on Mt. Gox at the time of the event. And then next, we do have in 2015 January, this is the Bitstamp hack, and they lost at the time around 5.1 million US dollar equivalent of Bitcoin, which is about 19,000 Bitcoin. In today's value, we are looking at around 155 millions. So that's how significant this hack is in today's value. And the reason why they got hacked is because the money of Bitcoin that was stored in the hot wallet, that wallet got compromised by the hacker. And the hot wallet is also known as the wallet that constantly connects to the internet. And then in June 2016, which is more recently, of course, the DAO hack, the Decentralized Autonomous Organization. And this one led to the creation of Ethereum and Ethereum Classics. As you know, the attacker exploit the weakness in the coding of the DAO at the moment, and the hacker was able to drain the funds from that particular DAO. And that's what happened in this one. So moving on to July 2016, Steemit got hacked for $85,000 equivalent. Around 260 accounts were compromised at the time, and around $85,000 worth of Steem and Steam dollar was stolen. And then a month after that, Bitfinex was hacked with 66 million US dollars stolen. And this one is because the hacker was able to exploit the vulnerability of the Bitfinex multi-signature wallet. And then a year after that, in July 2017, as many of you remember, CoinDesk ICO was hacked with 7 million US dollars stolen. And the way that this hack was done is because someone was able to change the Ethereum address, the donation address on the ICO website, just 13 minutes into the crowd sale. So a lot of that was stolen. And of course, more recently, July 2017, multi signature wallet was hacked for 32 million US dollars. And as you remember, this is not the only time that Parity multi-signature wallet get hacked. Recently, around 150 millions US dollar equivalent of Ethereum got frozen as well earlier this month because someone also able to exploit a vulnerability in the Parity multi-signature wallet. And then in July of this year, Verizon Ether wallet got hacked with $8 million US dollar. And then a month after that, Enigma ICO got hacked with $500,000 stolen at the THAM. So you can see that the hacking activity has been ramped up quite a bit because cryptocurrencies are $145 billion market at the moment. So as cryptocurrency become more and more valuable, it's gonna attract more and more hacker into the space. So let's look at some of the newest event. So yesterday, Tether say they was hacked and nearly 31 millions worth of the Tether token was stolen. I made videos about that. This is pretty big news. And then today, we also get news about Uber was hacked. And this hack was happened back in 2016, but we didn't know about that until today. Because at the time, Uber decided to pay the hacker $100,000 US dollar in ransom in exchange for deleting the data and remaining quiet about the hack. And the reason why the Uber hack matters to us is because of mobile wallet risk. As stated here, the main risk for cryptocurrency users is the mobile wallet application with access to names and phone numbers. Hacker could potentially hijack the data on the phone and even reset the phone as a point of access for gaining access to mobile wallets. So if you have cryptocurrency mobile wallet, they can basically gain access to the data on your phone and potentially stole your cryptocurrencies on the mobile wallet. And recently, a recent victim named Chris Boniski and some others who had as much as 150,000 US dollars stolen because of this. And these hacks are not just particular to exchanges and company. There are a lot of stories about people being hacked as an individual, like this article on Medium, and this one I can go over with you really quickly. This person say how I lose $8,000 worth of Bitcoin in 15 minutes with Verizon and Coinbase.com, and he went on to say that he received this message at 11:31 p.m. and this is the beginning of that. This post was back in May, and basically saying that someone just accessed your account or trying to be you. And if it's not you, please call this number to let us know. And of course, it's not him. So he tried to call, but of course, he received an auto record that recording that Verizon is not working at the moment because their hours are from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and at this time is 11:31 p.m. And he continued to receive this message over and over again. He tried to call, but no luck. He couldn't get through anybody. And so he took a screenshot and he tweeted to Verizon support and he tried to basically plead out for help, right? Because he couldn't get anyone on the phone. And then he also went on Google to looking at Verizon fraud prevention line, and to his image at the time, there is no contact number, so no phone number that he could call. And at this time it's 11:37. Verizon tweeted back that they can't see the photo and they have no idea what he's trying to tell them, and he getting a little more worried. He's saying that he have no idea why Verizon can't see the photo on the tweet, but it say that someone trying to be him, but it's not him. Please give him a call. And then he sent another message asking them to please respond to him. He doesn't have a way to contact the Verizon company, and someone seemed to be on the phone and claiming to be him. And then he completely in the dark after that, and of course the attacker was able to use his 2FA to factor authentication via text messaging through Verizon and through the information to reset Coinbase password, and then they went ahead and sent 1.18 Bitcoin 70.96 Litecoin and 16.03 Ether to their wallet, and it is gone. And here is a screenshot of him showing that this person stole all his money. So that's kind of his story. I mean, based on the current value, he lost a lot more than just $8,000, because as you know, one Bitcoin nowadays is already $8,000. So he lost a whole lot more than $8,000. But this should show you one thing. If you have a choice on any of your websites, please enable two-factor authentication, and also please use two-factor authentication with something like an authenticator app, like a Google Authenticator. Don't use them over SMS. The outcome for this person, which I feel sorry that he lost a lot of cryptocurrencies, but the outcome may be a whole lot different for him if he was using two-factor authentication via authenticator app, because this person can't just pretend to be him and call Verizon to basically hijack his phone number and to get his text message to get the authentication number. So that's something that I would encourage everyone to use, is two-factor authentication with an authenticator app. And more importantly, the safest way that you can put your cryptocurrencies at the moment is via a hardware wallet. So the reason why you need a hardware wallet is pretty simple. Number one is that the private key are actually stored within the hardware wallet itself, and it never discloses, and it can never be transferred out in plain text. So take a look at the Ledger Nano S, and the reason why I want you to take a look at the Ledger Nano S, because like I say, Ledger is about to have a pretty big sales in the next day or two, and I heard it's gonna be around 20% or so cheaper. Actually, let me take a look at this. Yeah, according to this source, it's gonna be around 18 to 21% discount, so it's gonna be pretty cheap. And I do own a Ledger myself, as well as a Trezor, and I gotta say I do like both of them, and I like the Ledger quite a bit more than the Trezor, even though they both pretty good, and I like them both. But this is pretty good, and 18 to 21% discount is pretty significant. It kind of put the Ledger at around $60 US, so that is a pretty good deal. Definitely look out for that. Buy them on Amazon, buy them on whatever website that you can find with the discount. I actually do not have an affiliate link, so just go ahead and use whatever link you can find online for the cheapest price. And I do like the Ledger a lot, and let me kind of walk you through why I do. This is how it looks like, and you do have a pin, so if someone get a hold of your Ledger physically, there's nothing they can do about that until they're able to put in the PIN number. And even if they do so and they don't have your computer that you use to plug this one into, there's no way for them to recover the funds. So what's really important is the recovery passphrase that you do have. So you kind of need both. You need that passphrase with a new computer, and you also need to have a physical device in order to access your funds. And not only that, even if someone able to hijack your computer, they can't send any money out, even if your Ledger Nano S is plugged into the computer, because it requires a physical confirmation. So you have to physically press the device in order to send funds. So someone who hijacked computers can't just do that. So that is pretty secure. And I do like Ledger Nano S quite a bit. It is pretty easy to use, and it's also support quite a bit of cryptocurrencies. So as you can see, they support all the major ones: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, of course. But they also have some other ones like Dogecoin, Zcash, Dash, Stratus, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Komodo, so far and so on, Vercoin, of course. And more importantly, they also just released support for Bitcoin Gold. So that is a lot of coins that they are supporting. And when I first bought my Ledger Nano S back a few months ago, they only have about half the amount of coins. So they're constantly adding more coins that they are supporting. So I do like the Ledger quite a bit, like I say. So yeah, look out for that, guys. And remember, this is the best way to store your cryptocurrencies. It is gonna put the Ledger, even at 20% discount, it's gonna put the Ledger at around $60. So just think through how much cryptocurrency you do have. So if you have, whatever amount that you think that $60 is the cost of storage, then that's gonna be your determination. Of course, I don't recommend someone to have $50 off Bitcoin to buy a $60 storage device. But if you have 500, 1,000 or more, then maybe something you need to think about. But that is up to you. So with that, I hope this video helped you out a little bit. And if you are in the US, I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. If you have been with the channel, thank you so much for your support. If you're new to the channel, get subscribed. I do make videos almost daily about a topic of cryptocurrencies. And hit the like button if you like the content. This will help other people find the information as well. And with that, thanks again, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.